Good morning. How are y'all? It's quite the honor to be invited to speak this morning to international sports pharmacists all over the world. Um, very humbled to have this opportunity. Very excited to see almost 20 years later the growth in sports pharmacy as a practice and as a profession. And my name is Robert Nickel, and I am a sports pharmacist. I was asked to talk about developing products for sports pharmacy. And we'll start off with a small picture there that just shows me at the USA Olympic Games in 2004, almost 20 years ago, and wearing my same USA Team 2004 shirt that I wore back then, although I looked a little younger. And then following that, I'm going to have her play just a brief video, which was about a product that I did create back at the Olympic days called Wasabi Rub, which was this super cool rub. Didn't have any wasabi in it at all, capsaicin and methyl salicylate and a few things. But the athletes could put it on and it goes on and it's cool at first, and then as they start working out and exercising their muscles, it starts heating up and takes down that pain and livens the blood flow to the area, and the athletes just loved it. It was a great product, and I hope to bring that back in 2024 actually with our launch. So now that you've seen the video and you've seen me, let's just move on real quickly because we only have a few minutes to talk about selling sports products. And so the first thing that you have to think about is what, right? What's your product going to be? What's your service going to be? Are you selling yourself as a consultant? Are you selling pharmacogenomics? Are you selling consulting? Are you selling nutritional supplies? Or do you have a medical device? Have you teamed up with another company to have a medical device? Are you selling drugs? Maybe you're selling drugs like I do. You're selling over-the-counter products. You're selling supplements. You're selling prescription drugs. Maybe you're a compounding pharmacist and you're compounding really cool certain formulations that you believe in that are going to work for the athletes. So you have to decide what's your product. We want to get in the game. We want to sell something, right? But what is your product or service going to be? Then, how are you going to reach that market? If your product is designed for a certain class of athlete or a certain class of athletic trainer or market, how are you going to sell that product? Are you going to sell it direct to consumer? Shopify is one of the easiest ways nowadays. It's far superior to Amazon, and you can set up a Shopify account and you can pay a very minimum monthly payment and you can be right in there selling right away. It just matter how you're going to drive people to your site. And so how are you going to do that? Everybody's using social media right now. That seems to be the number one way. But you always have to remember that there's always another way. There's always that future way. What's 5 years from now, what's going to drive people to your product? What's going to drive people to your market in 5 years? And start thinking about that now so that you have an idea of how you're going to move yourself through the market. You can jump in doing what everybody else is doing: podcasts, social media, LinkedIn, Facebook posts, groups, conversations, all of those kind of things. They're all good because they get the message out there, they get your face out there, they get your branding out there, and people can start learning about you. And in today's market, you become a brand, and people trust you, they believe in you, they want to listen to you, and they want to buy your products. So that's where you want to get yourself to. And how do you get there? There's also shows and conventions. You can go to those. I mean, it's unlimited the number of shows you can go to, and those are important and they do help. The first ones I went to, I would just stand there. I couldn't even afford a booth. I would stand there in my pharmacy coat behind a table with not even a banner. I didn't even have a banner. And I would just wait for people to walk by and I would start telling them about my wasabi rub and my sports pharmacy program and everything that I had to offer. And it was the passion behind what I was saying that got their attention, more so than the product or service that I was trying to sell. So you have the advantage that we have today, and as we're having this conversation right now, it's all over the world. So we have a global opportunity to promote our products and our services and ourselves as a brand. So who is your market going to be? Is it going to be professional athletes? Is it going to be amateur athletes? Is it going to be weekend warriors? Is it going to be high school? Is it going to be the people that take care of athletes, like certified athletic trainers, physical therapists, team physicians, orthopedists, nutritional advisors? We don't know, right? You don't know, but you need to know. So you have to figure out who is your market. Who is going to help you drive the market? Do you need to talk to athletic trainers? Or do you need to just go straight to athletes? Or do you need athletes speaking on your behalf? You have sports medicine physicians, you have colleges, and then what's your sport? Does your product or service cover all sports? Or is it specific to running or swimming or golf or race car driving or ultimate fighting experience? So what is the group of athletes or the program that you're trying to get to? That is the question. So what is your product and who are you going to sell it to? And what's next? Why? There's my short timer there. So why do you love your product or service? You need to know why, and you need to be able to exude why. You need to be able to show your passion, your desire, your confidence, and your love of your product or service. If you don't love your product, nobody else is going to love the product. Guaranteed. So you have to get out there, you have to promote it, you have to love it, have confidence, show it, display it, use it, talk about it all the time. Have a pharmacological reason behind your product. Be able to explain your product in layman terms as well as scientific terms and clinical terms, and be confident beyond everything. A couple of products I have that are on the screen hopefully is Keto Rub, which is a ketoprofen topical cream. I think it's superior to diclofenac. Diclofenac, if you look at the patient package inserts, it says put 40 drops 4 times a day. Nobody puts 40 drops 4 times a day on their arm or elbow or knee. It's just going to run off the whole thing. It's ridiculous. Ketoprofen, 10%, it's a therapeutic dose. It works really well. It was the #1 non-steroidal anti-inflammatory as a topical for 12 years when I was in sports pharmacy, covering 85% of every pro team in the country, colleges, universities, and the Olympics. So that, to me, that's a superior product, and so that's the one I chose to do. I also love physical therapy products. I have for phonophoresis and ultrasound, and you can look at those on another day. So it's time to dream. Dream big, dream crazy. Nothing is impossible, and more than anything, never give up. You've seen all the memes, you've seen all of the things, the guy digging in the thing and he's about ready to give up, he's tired of digging and the gold is that far away. Never give up. Always push forward with passion, confidence, courage. When you're just sweating and tired and you think nobody loves you, you'll find that one. And when you find one, you'll find 10. When you find 10, you'll find 100. So that's what you need to do. Find your people. Get your product. Know who your market is. Know why you love your product. Get other people to love your product and get out there, sell it, promote it, and become a sports pharmacist that we can all be proud of. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of the speakers. And I look forward to meeting any of you anytime. Find me on LinkedIn. I would love to have a conversation. Thank you very much. Goodbye.